Hey guys, and welcome to this video. To be honest with you, I don't know what the message or who needs the message, so it's not for a particular sign. It's just maybe things aren't manifesting for you. Okay, so you may be trying to manifest and be like, okay, I'm trying, I've done all that people say and said and all the advice, I've followed all the YouTube videos, and I seem to be like stuck in this cycle of I get positive and get motivated and then I lose it. So it may be like a cycle that you're feeling like this back and forward, like I'm up, then I'm down, and I'm up and I'm down. And, it gets tiresome, doesn't it? When nothing seems to be manifesting, when you're trying and then nothing seems to be growing here. You're still waiting. And the reason why I started this video is because I had this card in my head, this Seven of Pentacles. I just kept getting the image over and over again, the Seven of Pentacles. You feel like you're putting in this hard work, but nothing's growing, nothing's coming. Okay, then I thought about, it's autumn, it's my favorite time of year. And, it's harvest time. I remember being at school and having the harvest festival. They've probably stopped doing that for kids nowadays because my kids never ask for any food to be taken in. But when I was younger, we had harvest festival and we used to take in food and we'd give it out to old people's homes or hospitals or people that needed it. So it made me think about, this Seven of Pentacles, harvest. So, we reap what we sow. So let's say you started manifesting 2 days ago, 2 months ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 years ago. It doesn't matter. What matters is, we reap what we sow. And if we keep losing, that positivity because we're not seeing it immediately, then it sort of restarts the manifesting over and over. So I felt like, you may have like, okay, every time I manifest a bit of money, some bills come up and I need to pay for this, I need to pay for the kids, I have to pay for the rent. So every time I've got a little bit of money coming in, it goes out. It's like in one hand, out the other. So I don't really get a chance to save. So I was thinking about the harvest, when a farmer will plant, and then when it comes to harvest time. And I was thinking about this harvest festival that we have at school. We're singing, we're joyous, we're happy. And it's like Thanksgiving is also coming up. So I was thinking, I don't know when it is because I think it's around the back end of November because I'm British. So yeah, I don't know exactly when the day is. And I was thinking about Thanksgiving and all these traditions that have come from, ancient times that we just don't follow anymore because we're so busy in our life. So yeah, maybe people will follow the birth of Christ and his birthday and, celebrate Christmas in a very Western way. We buy gifts and we give gifts and, things like that. And it adds more stress to us, really, doesn't it? It's more money going out. So it can end up us feeling, more Five of Pentacles than actual celebration and thanks for each other. So I just really felt like I'm feeling like there's a lot of anger about here. Okay, so, like I'm manifesting, I'm doing what everybody's saying. Maybe, you're trying to manifest a new love. Maybe you're trying to manifest an old love. It could just be money you're trying to manifest. It could be many things, as there's many people. But overall, you know, it's this lack, this doubt that starts to creep in that makes us feel like we're tired. You know, like, you know, the self-doubt creeps in, and then, you know, the planets all shift and starting to feel like, I have to go to work again, I'm tired. Like, maybe you don't even go to work and you still feel tired. You're having these sleepless nights. And, you know, I just want to rest. I want to rest from all of this. I've been manifesting. I've been going through things that nobody even knows about. You know, nobody even helping me with here. It just seems like one painful thing after another, even when I'm trying to stay positive. There's just one thing after another. There's separations. There's, you know, money problems here. There's so much things going on. It's like by the time I've give everybody their attention, there's nothing left for me here. I'm the one left in the lack. I'm the one left needing. And I feel like what it's time to do here, you know, because we reap what we sow, the farmers will plant in spring, and then come autumn, harvest time, you know, they go and check their crops and see what's grown. So that's how I was visualizing you guys, like checking your crops. So now is like time for you know, harvesting and then giving thanks. Like, these are sort of ancient things that we've always done, but we sort of, if we live in, you know, cities and things like that, maybe we've fallen away from those things. We've fallen away from nature, I feel like, the natural rhythm of the world, you know, of the earth. So I feel like if you're having, you know, to give and give and give here, then I feel like it's time to retreat. You have to understand, even if you're giving to your children, and this one was very hard for me. Like, I can't stop giving to my children. It's not in my bones. It's just not me. But when you get to this point where you cannot keep going the way you're going, you know, something's got to give. And if you're being stubborn about this change and like, yeah, you know, I have to keep giving to my children. And I just use children as an example because it's probably very tough, you know, to feel like, well, I'm their father, I'm their mother, I need to look after my children. What the hell is she talking about? Maybe our children are grown and they keep taking and taking, and you're just stressed about it. I always say to people, like, they'll say to me, oh, well, your kids are grown up. Trust me, and any parent with a grown-up child knows it doesn't get easier just because they're grown up. You have different worries for your children. Okay, so what are you planting out here? What are you trying to manifest here? So now it's harvest time. It's time to reap what you sowed. Okay, so what did you plant here with this Page of Pentacles? What has grown for you? Maybe because you had so many signs to release your ex when you was trying to manifest them back, you feel like, I have nothing to harvest. Like, nothing's grown for me. No money's grown for me. But on Thanksgiving, like, you start to think about, maybe even if it's just for show, you start to think about things that you're going to be thankful for. So what have you actually harvested this year? Do you have good health? Can you walk? Can you talk? Do you have money? Can you read and write? Because there's always somebody out there lacking what you have. Do you understand? Like, maybe you have money, but somebody else watching this video doesn't have money. So you're thankful for, I'm thankful for my health. I'm thankful for my children's health. Like, when we say count your blessings, are you really counting your blessings? Can you make an actual physical, conscious attempt to be thankful? Maybe even just a day, to be like, just really conscious, physically write it down. I'm thankful for being able to walk. I'm thankful for being able to talk. I'm thankful for, these are things some people cannot do, but things we've become so accustomed to taking for granted. So yeah, I want to ask, maybe you're thankful. I'm thankful I can have a child. I'm thankful I have friends. Give thanks for your friends, because some people don't have friends. Some people can't give birth or have children and they truly want one. Sometimes the kids drive you crazy and you're like, oh my God. And you just forget, like, I'm so thankful that my kids are happy and healthy and intelligent and creative, running around. They're so creative, they're drawing on the walls. And like in everyday life, we can get caught up in it being more stressful than actual, like, oh my God, they're so smart, they're so creative, they're so clever, because we have other worries going on in our life. So I'm just giving examples of things we can be thankful for. Some people don't have anywhere to sleep. Some people are homeless. Are you thankful for, what? I've got this home. It may not be everything I want. It may not be a mansion, but oh my God, I have a roof over my head. I have a roof over my children's head. I'm so thankful. So I think, you are getting the message. So maybe, the ex didn't come back and you feel like defeated because, you didn't see everything you harvest this year. You didn't get a terminal illness. You still have your life. Are you thankful to be still breathing? Maybe the love was unrequited. Maybe this was a past life relationship that has brought you to this spiritual place of awakening. So somebody just commented to me like, even the ones who betray us have a part to play. And I replied, the most important part to play. We've often heard of growing pains. We've said it to kids growing up like, oh yeah, oh my legs hurt. It's just growing pains. These are terms that we picked up many moons ago from the old times, and we have forgotten and adapted them to our society, to our current societies. I think probably a lot of people in the East probably follow more traditional old age sort of things, and they get called like, oh, they're behind us, or they're a third world country. What the hell is that about? Because they're maybe more closer to nature, because they're farmers. this is just one world that, you know, this is not, we're not sectioned it off into these things. These sort of thoughts, we've been taught like the, you know, say the Western are leading, you know, us into the future. But you find a lot more people are depressed in this so-called future. And it just means we have to work harder to get these smartphones to keep up appearances. And is anybody really happier? It's like it's almost impossible to find love in this day and age. Everybody's depressed or searching for love. And, you know, we'll text these days rather than have a face-to-face conversation. You know, like when I was young, like my son, he never believes like I used to skateboard and play on bikes and change the wheels on things and that. And my son's like, no, you didn't. I'm like, of course we did. The more we go into this so-called future, the more we, you know, lose touch with children being children and us being human. And it's getting harder and harder to heal these days and to love. Because, you know, if you are interested in anything spiritual or if you think for yourself, then you're tagged, you're named. Oh, that person's crazy. That person is confused. You know, it's sort of a negative attachment to thinking for yourself. Even working on yourself. Oh, what's that person doing yoga? Are they crazy? Oh, that person's reading a book. Who reads books these days when you can just read on an iPad? Why are they sat outside under the trees reading a book? We have lost touch with nature and things like this. This is why it's getting harder for us to manifest. The spiritual path is definitely getting harder here. How many more weddings? You know, I can't remember the last time I went to a wedding where you can find the one you love, but there's so many people like not happy to commit, not happy to work on themselves. They don't want to make the effort here. They're just focused on, okay, if it's not working out, we want these quick fixes. We're in this day and age where we have these quick fixes. We want instant messages and I want instant deliveries. We don't want the hard stuff. We don't want to face the pain and work through the pain. You know, it may be easier then, okay, if I'm hurt, then I'll just get angry and shout at somebody else about it. You know, I'll take it out on the wrong person. I'll go on social media and start ranting at somebody who didn't, you know, hurt me. But just because they look happy, I'm going to try drag them down because, you know, they're saying something I don't agree with. So because we don't agree with another's opinion, we have the right to try and drag them down? What sort of crazy society are we in? You know, we go on these crusades, these, you know, well, I'm telling the truth, but I'm saying it in such a nasty way. This is your truth. This is your crusade, and you're trying to fight battles outside yourself rather than within yourself here. You know? I just feel like things need to change. If we followed more the cycles of the moon, the crops, the animals, rather than killing these animals for fashion. I mean, look at that. Killing these animals for fashion. I never even seen that in this card before. But you all see it now, right? She's got jewelry. It's wrapped around her clothes. She's got blood on her clothes. Look, I've never even seen that before. Oh, and it's got my name on. It's not me. It's not me. But, you know, we've got to this place where it's more Six of Pentacles, where we have to self-sacrifice, give our all, and we're not really living. You know, if we're creative, then we're judging of everybody else. You know, oh, we're judging creative people. They're crazy. They're a conspiracy theorist. You know, oh, they're different. What the hell is wrong with being different? If we all looked the same and acted the same, like, wouldn't that be boring? That is crazy. That's crazy to me, if we all conform and act the same. But there's just so much confusion about why isn't it manifesting for me? Tell me then, why isn't it manifesting for me? Why am I not able to call in that soulmate? Why am I so stressed about work, about money, and things are not coming easy to me? This is the divine lesson. When we have these tower moments, we have the opportunity here. The Hierophant here is like, stop. I'm trying to get you back into that cycle of nature. Are you thankful for your health? Are you thankful for being able to see when there's people without sight? So you have harvest summer. You do have things to be thankful for. Count your blessings and more will come. You're not seeing what you already have. Somebody else wrote on my comment, like I had silent battles that nobody else, you know, and I had to pat myself on the back, and they'd put, yeah, right. I am probably the most, I speak to my children and one friend. And I just met this friend. But you guys will look on and think that maybe everything's perfect in my life. Why would everything seem perfect in my life? Because I am not projecting hate out into the world, because it's something that we're used to be seeing. I'm just being honest here. It's something that it's easy to spot somebody, isn't it, who's, you know, ranting or being mean, and you can say, well, they're mean. Maybe they're just hurting. Maybe this is the only way they know how to fight these battles that they're going through silently. And she said, no, you're just full of ego. Why is that? Because I don't mind laughing and joking and poking fun at myself. It's not full of ego. I'm happy, I'm getting happier, and I'm feeling better. I'm healing. When I started healing, what I did was try to help others to heal as well. I wasn't trying to put other people down. Although I've done this in the past, I'm guilty of this as well. Until you get to this point where you're like, God, help me. I'm at rock bottom. Take the wheel. I'm doing a terrible job of my life. So, you know, I need that help now. And that's what I did. I stopped fighting. I stopped resisting. You know, I was like working harder. I got to a place where I was like, okay, I need money. Okay, I'm going to work harder. Because I'd heard all these sayings as well, like God loves a trier. Okay, I'm going to keep working, no sleep. You know, I'll just come in from this job. I won't eat properly. And this is why I say, even now I've got fat, I'm like, I don't care. Because I was so thin. I'd work, could hardly afford to eat. And then when I could afford to eat, I didn't want to eat. I was like, no, because I remembered those days when I couldn't afford to eat. So now I realize God does not want me to work myself to death. He didn't put me on this planet to work myself to death, to work for money. You know? So this is when I had my breakthrough. This is when I started seeking this extra knowledge. This is when, without knowing, I started attracting the good stuff. True love. I attracted true love. For myself, for life, for learning, for appreciating. That's where my true love was. I was always looking for it in other people. And I was like, why does this shit keep going wrong? I give them every last piece of me. Why does it keep going wrong? Do you think you're supposed to give and give until you have nothing? You think God loves that person more than he loves you? No. Boom. Change, transformation. So why shouldn't I be expressing my love for myself? Why shouldn't you be loving yourself? Why do you think your soulmate's more important than you are? In God's eyes. In your eyes. Why do you think that your children are more important than you are in God's eyes? No one is. You're loved just as much. You're worthy of everything. Stop blocking these offers coming in. You're worthy of everything. Love. Money, friendship, okay? You've just got to learn to let go of the burden. Stop worrying about, well, this hasn't come, because you're focusing on lack. Okay, well, people keep lying to me. You're focusing on lack. I don't have all the answers. That's self-doubt. You do have all the answers. And if you don't, you'll learn along the way. This is why we have these soulmates to teach us these lessons. Doesn't mean they have to be attached to you forever. You'll meet different people, learn different things. And while you're waiting for these soulmates, wait in a positive energy. I'm thankful for this. I'm thankful I made it. I'm thankful I came out of it. I'm thankful for the people I have in my life. Some people don't have their mums in their life still, and they'd give anything to see their mum right now. And you have your mum. And maybe you're crying about somebody who left you and you're not seeing what you have around you. That's how we call in soulmates. So if you want to manifest this soulmate, or you want to manifest finances and career, pay attention to these red flags. Pay attention. If you're focusing or you start to self-doubt, realize what you're doing. Stop yourself and let go of them. Let go of those control issues. Well, this person hasn't come back to me on this exact day that I said. And I told God that this person better come back on this day. And that day has passed. That just adds more blockages. That person has their sole purpose, and so do you. You're not here just for the one thing. Biggest question I always get asked is, what's my life purpose? What's your life purpose? There's many things throughout your life. We don't have just a sole purpose. Not just one. We have multiple purposes. Getting to know each other, learning from each other, bonding with each other. And just think, if you are thinking, I absolutely hate that person, there is no way I want to see them again. Guess what? What about when we all go to heaven? Are you going to see them again? Do you think God wants you to hate another person? Or just meditate on their purpose? Like, okay, they came into my life with this purpose. It taught me something. Probably, if you're here right now listening to this, it probably taught you one of the most important things in your life. Wake up. See, there's more to life here. If we look at life through this, through children's eyes, the excitement, before we're told to conform, before we're told to behave, like they want to explore, they want to run around, they want to draw, some want to climb, some want to... So you're telling me like, well, I'm not good at drawing, but I bet you're excellent at swimming or walking or something else. How can we judge a fish against a monkey climbing a tree? You're unique. This is why it feels so tiring, draining, wrong to conform, to follow. Well, it does to me. It's so draining to follow society and fit in. Don't be different, fit in. You're not meant to fit in, you're meant to stand out. You're a beautiful soul here. How can you fit in when you're so unique and beautiful? So yes, we have these soul connections because God knew that we'd be lonely here. He sent man first by himself and he was like, nope, kind of lonely, And he cared that much to be like, give man a partner. So yes, there is somebody out there to love you. Okay? So don't worry about that. But you also have friends and family and other issues to heal, like learning to love yourself, learning to free yourself. And guess what? You've made it through all those worst days. Look at all these badges you've already collected for all the battles you've overcome. And you try to tell me, oh, last year I had a terrible day. This tragic thing happened to me. This year something tragic happened to me. Guess what? You're watching this video. You made it. You survived it. You got a medal for it. You accomplished it. You survived your worst days. So if you're feeling you know, that things aren't working out for you, that self-doubt, and you find yourself lashing out, or you're on this journey and a little bit of self-doubt is creeping in, it's okay. Just realize what you're doing. I do it as well, you know. Some people will comment some shit and I'll comment some shit back, probably even 10 times nastier, because, you know, I just have it in me, and sometimes I'm pushed and pushed and pushed. I'm no angel. I just wanted other people to heal along with me. I wanted the world to heal. So yeah, I will lash out back sometimes as well. Sometimes I'll just block them. Sometimes I will just say to them, I'm sending you a lot of love. Because, you know, we are human and we all have these days of self-doubt. Things maybe, people may be annoying us. It's okay. We just need to look at here, what do we want to plant for the next harvest? What do you want to plant this time? What are your intentions? Pluck the weeds. But what do you want to plant now? So we go through this stage of being thankful. Then we want to start planting. Okay? For the next harvest. For the things you want to come into fruition. These are your desires in your hand here. You're going to plant them with love and water it. Work on it. Work towards it. And know that, you know, there is going to be a harvest time again soon. So what do I want to grow? How big do I want it to grow? How much am I going to care for it, water it, nurture it? Whether it's love or whatever, or loving yourself, it's okay. Just keep an open mind that you have harvested this year. And you're working towards harvesting next year. Just because you can't see it yet doesn't mean it's not there. You know, if we sat and watched a seed grow, how slow it would be. But if you went away for a couple of days and then you seen it sprouting a little bit, you'd be excited, like, oh my God, it's actually growing. Oh my God, I flirted a little bit and they flirted back. I saved a little bit and it's actually growing. I took action. My wish is coming true. So like I said, I didn't really know what this video was going to be about. But I hope if you watched it and you feel like what you're trying to manifest isn't growing just yet, have faith. Things did grow for you this year. Be thankful. So let's practice. Really, truly practice on being thankful. For however long you want, at least do it one day. Write it down so you can actually physically see it. And then let's start desiring. What do I want to plant? What do I really want to grow? So I'm betting that once you realize all the things you actually have and you're thankful for, you might be saying, I want my health to continue to grow. You may no longer be thinking about, guess what, I want somebody to love, because you may realize, oh my God, look how many people I have in my life to love. It may give you perspective. May give you new goals. You know, okay, I don't really want to just keep chasing this girl or this guy that's not really following me back. They're not putting energy into me. It's a waste of energy. And the moment you let go, everybody will tell you they always come back. Well, I hope you got something from this video, guys. Good luck.